ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਗੁਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਗੁਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ, ਗੁਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗੁਰ ਭਗਵੰਤ, ਗੁਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੇਵ ਅਲਖ ਅਪਿਓ, ਸਰਬ ਪੂਜ ਚਰਨ ਗੁਰ ਸਿਓ। ਗੁਰ ਬਿਨ ਅਵਰ ਨਾਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਥਾਉ, ਅਨਦਿਨ ਜਪੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰ ਨਾਉ। ਗੁਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਗੁਰ ਦੇ ਧਿਆਨ, ਗੁਰ ਗੋਪਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਭਗਵਾਨ, ਗੁਰ ਕੀ ਸਰਨ ਰਹੋ ਕਰ ਜੋਰ, ਗੁਰੂ ਬਿਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਹੀ ਹੋਰ। ਗੁਰ ਬੋਹਿਤ ਤਾਰੇ ਭਵ ਪਾਰ, ਗੁਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਜਮ ਤੇ ਛੁਟਕਾਰ, ਅੰਧਕਾਰ ਮਹਿ ਗੁਰ ਮੰਤਰ ਉਜਾਰਾ, ਗੁਰ ਕੇ ਸੰਗ ਸਗਲ ਨਿਸਤਾਰਾ। ਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਪਾਈਐ ਵਡ ਭਾਗੀ, ਗੁਰ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੁਖ ਨ ਲਾਗੀ। ਗੁਰ ਕਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨ ਮੇਟੈ ਕੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਹਰਿ ਸੋਏ। ਗੁਰ ਕਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨ ਮੇਟੈ ਕੋਏ, ਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਹਰ ਸੋਏ। ਆਓ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਡਭਾਗੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਦੀ ਸਿਫਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰ, ਜਿਨ ਸਿਰਿਆ ਤਿਨੇ ਸਵਾਰਿਆ। Blessed we are to be talking about Guru Ramdas Ji today, because in our Har Katha of Rehraas Sahib, we got up to Gujri Mahalla Chautha. So that's a shabad today we're going through. It's written by Guru Ramdas Ji. The first, so far, all we've done is been written by Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj. So this shabad, there's a whole story behind this shabad. We're going to go through that story of that shabad after we do the part of it, and then we look at the lines line by line. So Maharaji Kirpa, today Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj will bless all of us. One thing I want to say before we start is, whenever a Sikh is reading part, jidi part hega ya, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਣਿਆ. Part is made for every single Sikh. So when a Sikh starts to read this part by Guru Ram, they can turn to Guru Ramdas Ji and they say, Hum avagun pare ek gun nahi. No matter who we are, no matter what level we get to, we are all hum avagun pare ek gun nahi. When a Sikh is in the ardas to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, they are saying, Maharaj, hum avagun pare ek gun nahi, amrit chhad bikhe bik khahi, maya moh param peh pule, sutdara syo preet lagai. We describe our situation to our Guru, say, Maharaj, I'm full of bad things, I haven't even got one good thing inside me. I leave the good stuff, I leave Amrit behind, what is being offered to me I leave it, and instead I eat poison, I eat gandagi. And then the Sikh says to Guru Maharaj, Maya moh, I'm trapped in Maya, the attachment to this Maya, I'm lost in this, and I'm attached to my family, my friends. And then the Sikh says, Ek uttam panth sunyo gur sangat, teh milant jam tras mitai. I heard about this path of the Guru Sangat. I heard about this high place, this way of the Guru Sangat where we work together. Sangat. Sang means together, Gati means to move. So moving together. People know who've done fitness in group environments. If you're weak, you join a team that is very good, they'll bring you forward. When you start to fail, because failure is a mental thing. The whole game is mental. Fitness is less to do with the body, it's more to do with the mind. When you start to fall back, you think, I can't do it. Somebody else will come and put your hand on his shoulder and say, Chal tu, aage chal. They bring you to the front. They won't even leave you at the back, they'll bring you to the front. The whole group will move along with you. Sangat, moving together. We're here to help each other out. We're not here to pull each other down. We're here to help each other out. This is the path of Guru Sangat. Ek uttam panth. The highest panth, the highest way is the way of Guru Sangat, to move together, helping each other out. Ek uttam panth sunyo Guru Sangat teh milant jamatras mitai. When we meet this Sat Sangat, the Guru Sangat, then the fear of death is gone. What are we going to get scared of? Jamdood can't touch the person on this path. What can we be scared of? The Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar can't touch the person who has got the Sangat next to them and dragging them along upon their bad journey. And then Maharaj says, Ik Ardas, Part Kirat. Part is a poet, and Kirat is a poet, his name is Kirat, and he's a poet. Ik Ardas, Part Kirat ki. He makes a benti to Guruji, Ik Ardas, Part Kirat ki, Guru Ramdas, Rakho Saranai. O Guru Ramdas ji, you are the light of God upon this earth. You are the Satpurukh. You are the being who is one with God. You've been sent by God. You are speaking the words of God. You have the power of God inside you. Now please, save me. Save me and keep me on this path. Jira bhi Sikh part nu padda ya, harek Sikh manda hai ki assi avguna pare hege hain. No one is higher, no one is low. We are all useless compared to our Guru. Let's not put anybody on a pedestal. I'm not on any pedestal here. I'm sitting here to do Katha because I'm sitting here doing Katha of Gurbani. If mere aapde khayal hunde, then I shouldn't be sitting here. So the point is that we all equal. In front of our Guru, Gur Sikha, Eko Pyar. Gur Mita, Puta, Paiya. He sees us as his children. He loves us all the same. So we should all be equal in that sense. And the aim is that we work together. Not pulling each other down, fighting each other. We work together. So Satsang ji, aao, let's get together and do part of this Shabad now. And then after that, we'll go into Katha of it. Maharaj says, Ra Gujri Mahalla Chautha, Har Ke Jan Satgur Satpurkha, Bino Karo Gur Paase, Ham Kire Kiram Satgur Sarnai, Kar Daya Naam Pargase, Mere Meet Gurdev, Moko Ram Naam Pargase, Gur Mate Naam Mere Pran Sakhai, Hare Kirate Hamri Rehraas Rahao, Har Jan Ke Vad Bhag Vadere, Chin Har Har Sarda Har Pyas, Hare Hare Naam Mileh Triptas Hai, Mil Sangate Gun Pargase, Jin Har Har Haras Naam Na Paya, Te Pagheen Jam Paas, Jo Satgur Sarn Sangat Nahi Aaye, Trig Jiva Trig Jiva Se, Jin Har Jan Satgur Sangat Pai, Tin Tur Mastak Likhya Likhas, Tan Tan Sat Sangat Jit Har Ras Paya, Mil Jan Nanak Naam Pargase. Har Ke Jan Sat Gur Sat Purkha, Bino Karo Gur Paas. Maharaj says in this Shabad. Now this Shabad comes out twice. First because it's Ra Gujri Mahalla Chautha. It comes up that way at the beginning of Guru Granth Sahib Ji in Rehraas Sahib. ठीक है ना? Rehraas Sahib is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji right at the very beginning after Japji Sahib. But it also comes up in Rag Gujri. Those that don't know, please be aware, Guru Granth Sahib Ji is divided into rags, in sections. And the section that is called Rag Gujri, in there, Guru Ramdas Ji Shabads come after Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji, then comes to Mahalla Chautha, Guru Ramdas Ji. They're all in order. Everything is structured. And there, Rag Gujri, utthe likhya Chaupade Kar Pehla. And there's a couple of differences between the two Shabads. The one in Rehraas Sahib and the one in Rag Gujri, there's a couple of differences. One of them includes, for example, that is Chaupade Kar Pehla. And then later on it says, Haun Bino Karo Gur Paas. Not Bino Karo Gur Paas, it goes Haun. There's extra word in there, I. So, there are some slight differences when the two Shabads that reminds you which one is which. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. So, whenever Bani comes twice, a lot of the time there will be slight differences. Maharaj, in this Shabad, now the background to this Shabad. So, I don't know if you're aware, but you know Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, they're seen in Guru Granth Sahib Ji is writing some of the most beautiful Bani in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. When you hear a shabad, that is, it's like poetically is just amazing. It's so beautiful, it's so descriptive. A lot of the time when you read who wrote it, it's Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj. They are known for their ability in poetry. Even people who have not even come from a Sikh background, those that have studied Sikhi academically, even they look at Guru Ram Das Ji Shabads and they go, wow. Yeah. Obviously for us all of Bani is amazing, but Guru Ram Das Ji's Bani is specifically very beautiful and poetic. They don't do what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj does. They don't experiment in that many different languages. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is very experimental. They'll learn shabads in Farsi, they'll do shabads in Braj, they'll do shabads in Punjabi. But Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj, they enjoy this beautiful poetry. Now, what happens is that Guru Ram Das Ji, they've written shabads in many, many rags, but Sat Sangat Ji, if we do realize how much of a miracle it is, they never studied anything. Guru Ram Das Ji was just a street person. They never studied anywhere, nor did they ever learn rag from anybody. Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj, as going was by Jetha Ji, they were orphaned at a very young age. Their Mapyo pure ho gaye sige. They had no mother and father at a very young age. So they had to look after themselves. Their grandparents didn't help them that much, their family members didn't help them that much. As a young child, they were bringing themselves up. And they had to start working when they were very young. Yeah? They started to do work. One of their main works they used to do, they used to buy sweet corn, break all of it out of the corn, then they used to roast that up and sell people corn. Yeah? Punne hoye corn. Now, you know, like atta, makki we go, not atta, but the actual makki itself. They used to roast those and they used to sell those on to people. So when you see people like that in India, they're like poor, they got no shoes and they got nothing, you can think about that anath, that Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj, no parents, no family supporting them, working hard from a very young age. And once Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj, he hears of these Sikhs that are travelling, they're singing Bani, and they say, where are you going? They're so happy, and they go, we're going to see Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj in Goindwal. Maharaj bade khush hua, they can let me take me with you. They travel to Goindwal. When they get the Sangat of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they're so happy. They see them and they go, wow, I found what I needed to find. I found a Satguru. Aisa Satguru je mile, tisno sir sompiye, vicho aap jaye. When you meet such a Guru, you give yourself totally. And they threw themselves into serving this Guru. They lived Ayadwal in Goindwal. They spent all their day doing seva, but they also still stuck to what they knew best, which is to roast corn. How does this person who grows up roasting corn, who then becomes a Guru afterwards, how does this person write such beautiful poetry? Where have they studied? How did this person write some amazing rag? Guru Ram Das Ji writing such beautiful rag, they never studied rag. Oh, if you ask a rag student today, who's been studying for 10 years and say, write me a shabad in rag, they themselves will be worried, I can't do it. And Guru Ram Das Ji is writing in so many rags. And then Guru Ram Das Ji, who tells us that this Bani is from God. These words are from God. They go, oh Gur Sikh, tusi ek gal man lo. They say, Satgur ki Bani, sat kar jano Gur Sikho. They say, oh Gur Sikho, accept the Guru's Bani as a sat, twice. The sat upon the sat. One meaning is the truth of the truth, but the other meaning is this, ki sat is the truth, sat kar jano. Know it to be real. Live it. Live the Bani, you will realize how real it really is. It will join you to God. Sat kar jano. Make it happen. Make it come alive inside you, how powerful this Bani is. When we say Nanak Naam Chardi Kala, if he said us words ki Naam na Chardi Kala milda hai, then if you go into Bani and you feel the Amrit Naam, feel the Chardi Kala after you do some part. Feel how powerful you feel. Feel how much energy and khushi our Maharaj gives you. Make it real. So Maharaj says, Satgur ki Bani, sat kar jano Gur Sikho, har karta aap muho kadai. Why Guru is making them say these words? So Maharaj moved to Goindwal. They become a Sikh of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. They do a lot of seva. Now Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, in Goindwal, they make Bauli Sahib, the Gurdwara. You've seen it's dug all the way down. It's 84 steps down. And people, they go to the bottom, do Ishnan, and then they step down on step 1, they do Japji Sahib part, go down, do Ishnan again, come to step 2. Then they do the same thing again. They go down, dip, come back up. Not full Ishnan, They just stay in their wet clothes, and they spend all that time literally walking up and down doing Japji Sahib 84 times. That's Bauli Sahib. So there was a lot of seva being done, and Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj was helping in digging that deep place, very deep place at the bottom. And Maharaj ji seva kiti utthe, Bauli Sahib. So they were doing a lot of work around Goindwal, a lot of seva. And one day they're doing seva, they're walking around and they have a big tokri on their head carrying mud. You know when they put mud from the Pandi, they put it on their head, they carry it up. So Mata Mansa Devi, who is the wife of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, she's there and she's saying, says, you know our daughter Bibi Pani Ji, it's her time to get married now. Yeah. In those days, they didn't wait till you'd finish your degree and all that kind of stuff. It was when you got to a certain age and you knew the things around the house, and also you knew how to do your normal stuff, and you were independent enough. Around about 14, 15, 16, they said you're not ready to get married. So this is the age of Mata Mansa, Bibi Pani Ji at this time. And also at this time is the same age of, the similar sort of age, a bit older, of Pai Jethaji. And Mataji says to Guru Amar Das Ji, says, it's time now for Bibi Pani to get married. At that time, Guru Amar Das Ji then calls over the Brahmin, the Pandit. Now it doesn't mean that we turn to the Pandit to get married. It just means that in those days, those people are the ones that people used to approach to get married. They were like the bicholan of those times, because they used to know everybody in the whole pind, and they would know who's up to the right place. People would tell them, because there was a holy people, and holy people get approached a lot of the time with the things that need to get done. So they turn to the Pandit, they say, find a suitable husband for our Bibi Pani Ji. They had 2 daughters and 2 sons. Okay, by Baba Mohan Ji, Baba Mohri, the 2 sons, and then Bibi Pani and Bibi Tani are the 2 daughters. So what happens is the Pandit says, okay, and then he sees this young lad walking around doing a lot of seva with a tokri on his head, and he goes, you want someone like him? Someone like this guy? This young lad here? And obviously it's by Jethaji. And Guru Amar Das Ji says to him, you know, if you're going to talk about this guy, then it has to be this guy. There's no one else like him. It's going to have to be this person. Now there's 2 versions of this story. Some people say Mata Mansa Ji said that Maharaj says to Mata Mansa Devi, what kind of son-in-law do you want? And she says, someone like this one. He's a good sevadar. And here the Pandits, everybody knows. So basically the point is, Pai Jethaji is known for being a very nice person. Very nice person. And you know the Gursikh, they look for guns. They look for the guns of that person. They don't say, they look, what is the gun of this person? And Guru Ramdas Ji was overflowing with guns. But here the Sakhi goes, that the Pandit said to Maharaj, that someone like him, what about this guy? Someone like this guy? And they said, oh, if you're going to talk about this guy, there is no one else in the world like him. It's going to have to be this guy. So then the Pandit says, okay. And he calls Pai Jethaji over. He calls him over and he says, whose son are you? Where do you live and what is your caste? Caste did not mean what today it means. In those days, if you were Jwala, then you used to do the work of a Jwala. If you were Kumyar, then you did the work of a Kumyar. If you're a Sunyar, then you did the work of a Sunyar. Those days your caste meant your job. Nowadays it means nothing. आजकल बेचारता बंदा मुंडा एक डॉक्टर बने हुए हैं, एक डेंटिस्ट बने हुए हैं. How does that work? So this is not how it used to be. The current system is pretty messed up. We're stuck to something we're not even following. We're not even following that system of doing farming. Canada jalo, America chal jao, there are things that do farming out there. Yeah, they got farms, they go around, they got kheti badi. You could potentially look at that person and say, yeah, this guy is a farmer, a jat. But here, out in England, I've rarely met one person even growing vegetables in their house. ठीक है ना? Most of us would struggle to even weed the garden. ठीक है ना? So, some things do, but most of us don't. So, Sasangi ji, pehli jaat paat na pucho. This is not, but in those days they used to ask. So what happens is he says, well, my name is Ram Das, my father is Har Das. So here he says, I'm a servant of God, and my father is a man of God. Yeah, is a servant of God as well. Then he says, where do you live? He goes, I come from Lahore. I said, what is your caste? And he goes, I'm from the Sodhi ones, Sodhi family. So Guru Ramdas Ji Pai Jethaji is from the Sodhi family, Sodhi Sultan they call him. Now, Guru Sahib is happy with him. ठीक है ना, पंडित भी मान गया. So the wedding is set. Now Maharaj goes back to Bibi Mataji and he says, I found the perfect var for our daughter. the perfect husband. She goes, oh, he goes, yeah, Pai Jethaji. She goes, him? He goes, yeah, him. Now what happens here is Mataji says, well, when you look at a child to get married, you look at three things. You look at their family, you look at how they earn their money, you look at what they do, and you look at also what their family is like, the lineage. What happens here? Mataji says, this child, I know him. He's an orphan. He's got no parents. He has no home. He's anath. He sells corn. And they say on top of that, he has no lineage. Who's going to look after this child? And here Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, he says, you know this child, you say he is an orphan, he has no family, but he has no home, he's an orphan, no parents, but this person will bring thousands of people. He'll have a lineage that flows on for thousands of years. So I think Guru Ram Das Ji's Sodhi Sultan line flows to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and from Guru Gobind Singh Ji goes into Khalsa Panth. And even now, all of us say we're children of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The Khalsa Panth is still now saying, I come from Guru Gobind Singh Ji's line, and my grandfather is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and it goes all the way up to Guru Ram Das Ji. The lineage flows. He says, you think he's poor, he has no money, he only sells corn, but his house will feed thousands of people every day. Look at the house of Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj. Look at Harmandir Sahib. In that place, every day 40,000 to 100,000 people eat. Where Mataji can't see is where Guru Ram Das Ji's potential. Because Nede dekhe mat log, tud sujje dur. The people of this world, mat log, they see very close. Nede dekhte hain. They see very close. Tomorrow, next year, next week, next month. Look how short-sighted we are. But Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they see far away. All the Gurus have a long journey. They say 5, 10, 50, 100 years, 1,000 years ahead. They see what's going to happen. When Guru Gobind Singh is saying, Raj karega Khalsa, Aaki rahe na koi. What do you think they're talking about? They're talking about thousands of years from now, the Khalsa will rule this earth, and not one person on this earth will be opposed to the Khalsa ruling. Aaki rahe na koi. No one will be opposed to it. The whole world will say, Tusi Raj karo. So Guru Sahib sees far, far away. And Maharaj says, this child, he is blessed. You can't see it. But anyway, the marriage is set now, and the marriage is coming up. So Guru Ram Das Ji, as Pai Jethaji, is going to get married to Bibi Pani Ji. Satsang Ji, what happens now? On the wedding day, Guru Amar Das Ji calls Pai Jethaji to him. He says, there's a tradition in this culture that we come from. The tradition is that on the wedding day, the father of the bride says to the groom, Kuch mangla. And sometimes people ask for, like nowadays in India they say gaddi le do, all these kind of things. They ask for things. And people ask, they say to him, why don't you ask for something? Tu kuch mangla. Whatever you want, ask for something. Then here, at this point, is when Guru Pai Jethaji folds his hands and they say, Har Ke Jan Satgur Satpurkha Bino Karo Gur Paas Ham Kire Kiram Satgur Sarnai Kardaya Naam Pargas. Look at this. This is a shabad that Pai Jethaji, as somebody who was merged with Akal Purkh Vaheguru, through the Guru, what kind of desire he has. Satsang Ji, what happens here? Here is the Guru saying to his Sikh, to kuch bhi mangla. Satsang Ji, roz ithe loki aande hain mangan waste. You think in the Ardas, you look at the people that are queuing up in a line over here, normal Gurupurab, and what they're asking for. How many things do we ask for? Gaddi, Kam, Seth. I've yet to hear an Ardas that didn't have the words, Ki tan, arogta mangde hege, to be free of disease, to be free of any troubles, to have successful life. All these things people are asking for, but very rarely does somebody ask, Maharaj, forget everything else, give me now. And here, this is a shabad, this is a father saying to somebody, ask whatever you want, but the Sikh is not thinking in a worldly way. The Sikh is transcending the world. Maharaj Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji says in their Bani, Asa mansa sagalate age, jagte rahe nirasa. They say Asa mansa sagalate age. This child, this Sikh, as what Guru Amar Tegh Bahadur is asking about, lives without desire. Without desire, and they say, Har Ke Jan Satgur Satpurkha. They say, O Satpurkh, O Satguru, O Guru of the truth, O being who is one with Waheguru, you join people to Waheguru. Har Ke Jan Satgur. Ithe the shabad arth is that you take people who are servants of God and join them to God. Har Ke Jan Satgur Satpurkha. You are a Har Ke Jan Satgur. You are a guru of people that are Har Ke Jan, servants of God. They worship God, but through you join them to God. Because Satpurakh jin janya, Satguru tiska nao, tiske sang Sikh udre Nanak har gun gao. Bani explains Bani for us. What Satguru is somebody who takes a person who isn't joined to God and then joins them to God. So he takes the servants of God and joins them to God. Har Ke Jan Satgur. Then they say Satpurkha. That Waheguru, you Guru Amar Das Ji, you are Satpurakh, a being of truth, a being of one with God. Bino karo gur paas. Bino is like benti, same word. Bino karo. I do a benti, gur paas. Paas means to the Guru. I do a benti to you. What is that benti? Ham kire kiram. Kire, a kira is something which has bones inside its body. Like a little, like a insect which has got bones inside. And a kiram is a little insect that does not have any bones, i.e. a worm. They say, Waheguru, Ham kire kiram. I am such a lowly being. I'm like an ant. I am like a worm. Basically they're saying, I am your servant. Main dasan das hai. I am nothing to you. I'm just a little thing that you could just overlook. I'm nobody. I'm a dust on your foot. Maharaj says, Ham kire kiram, Satguru Sarnai. I've come to the sharan of the Guru. Kar daya naam pargas. Take mercy upon me. Mere te turtho. Menu dekho, mere te daya karo. Look at me and see pity on me. Take pity on me. Kar daya naam pargas. Bless me with the prakash, with the brightness and the illumination of Naam, of God's name. Join me to God's name. This is what they ask for. Look at that. What a beautiful time to ask. Bani is the Guru's history. Bani is not simply just what Guru Sahib has written when they talk to God. Bani is giving us so much history. When Pai Baljit Singh came here, and he did the Katha of Shabad, the desire of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj towards his father, look at this chance. A Sikh can ask for anything from the Guru. But the Sikh says, Maharaj, I'm nothing. Bless me with Naam. I'm nothing. Bless me with Naam. Then Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj says, they say, is that what you want? Why don't you ask for something normal? Gaddi, Mangla, whatever in those days. Ask for something normal. Ask for something of the world. Koi Padharat Manglo. Padharat is like something. They say, ask for something. Then Guru Pai Jethaji folds his hands and he says, Mere meet Gurdev Moko Ram Naam Pargas. They say, oh, my friend, Mere meet Gurdev. My Guru, you are a Devta. You are the embodiment of God upon this earth. Right? When Maharaj says, Aap Narayan Kalatar Jag Meh Parvaryo. Appe Akal Pur is come down. The next pankti says, Nirankar Akar Jot Jag Mandal Karyo. That Nirankar God that can't be seen, he became Akar. He could be seen as Guru Nanak Dev Ji, as Guru Amar Das Ji. So they say, Mere meet Gurudev. Oh, my beloved Guru, my divine Guru, Moko Ram Naam Pargas. Mo is me, Moko. To me, Ram Naam Pargas. One meaning, again, is enlightening with the Naam of Ram. But another meaning can be that Ram whose light is everywhere, that Ram whose prakash is everywhere, give me the Naam of that Ram. Not Ram as in Ramji, but Ramchandra, but Ram who is Ramya Hoya. Ramya means to be absorbed in every single being. So that Sab meh jot jot hai soe. Tis de chanan sab meh chanan hoye. That Ram, give me the Naam of that Ram. And then they say, Gurmat Naam Mera Pran Sakhai. They say, oh Guru, Gurmat Naam Mera Pran Sakhai. Satsang, this Gurmat Naam, this phrase needs to be understood a little bit. Because often we start to argue about Naam a little bit. So, Maharaj says, through the Guru's teachings, Gurmati Naam, give me the naam that comes from the Guru's teachings, mera pran sakhai. Let this naam become the friend sakhai of my pran. Look, we're breathing in all the time, right? Sade pran chalde rehende hege. We can't stop our pran. They say, take my pran and with it add the naam. Join them together. But not just any naam, Gurmat naam. So you have to understand what this desire is. Not just Ram naam now, Gurmat naam. What is Gurmat naam? There's a Sakhi about this. Beautiful Sakhi. What happens is, a Sikh of a Mahapurush. The Mahapurush, and he's got a Sikh. And he has 1 year, it's not a Sikh story, this is like a general story. So there's a Sant Guru Kehlo, he's got a Chela. The Chela is serving that Guru for a long time, for 1 year. Most people nowadays, right, 1 year seva is a lot. आजकल बंदे 2 महीने भी नहीं कर सकते, हफ्ता भी नहीं कर सकते. Here, the Sikh is living with his Guru day in, day out for a whole year, serving him. Full devotion. After that year of devotion, the Guru says to him, I'm very happy with your seva. And they say, I'll give you naam. And they said the same mantra to him. They told him on day 1. The one mantra that everybody else was doing, the same mantra. He goes, because you're giving me naam, but this naam you're giving me is the same naam I had in the beginning. I've been joping this for a long time. And dekho jere Sikha ne amriti shakya. Those that are sitting here that are not amritari, we're all going to say Vaheguru, right? Sare Vaheguru akhte ne. है ना, आखो वाहिगुरु 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 Vaheguru. So what happens? He says, "Aata maine pehle hi pata sega." So you didn't give me nothing. You just gave me the same thing I had before. And dekho, what happens here? Same thing happens, right? What happens there is that the Sikh comes in the Gurdwara as a child. Yeah, as a child, they're getting told the Guru Mantra. Vaheguru, Guru Mantra hai, japa homme koi. So the Sikh is growing up with this mantra, right? Then they go to the Amrit Sanchar, they take Amrit, and the Panj Pyare say, Vaheguru is the Guru Mantra. Some Sikh going to be thinking, I knew that, bro. I knew that was the Guru Mantra. And they say, now go and jop, you've got Naam. He's like, I had that Naam. So what happens is, people looking for a special mantra that's not being revealed to them. Rehraas Swami dekh lo. If you got the Rehraas Swami crew, when I went there years ago when I was on a traveling in India, just to see what's going on there, they had a price list for different mantras. And they whispered it into your ear, they wouldn't tell you what the mantra was. The more you paid, the better the mantra you got. Same with Transcendental Meditation, TM. They also give you different mantra, different about pricing. As you develop, they give you higher and higher mantra. Now a Sikh here is getting given the ultimate mantra. You know, Pai Nandalji, he writes a shabad, he goes, Sar mantar charo ka char, Vaheguru mantar nirtar. They got the highest mantra of all mantra. Sar mantar, charo ka char, of all the char jugs, Vaheguru mantar nirtar. This is the mantra Vaheguru. It comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. Some people think, oh, it's not written in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. If you go to Ang 1403, it will say Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. It comes up. So, you know the shabad, it comes up quite a lot. Yeah? And people sing it in Bani as well. So it comes up anyway. And before that, it will say Siri Guru, Siri Guru, Siri Guru, Sat Jio. And it will say Sat Guru, Sat Guru, Sat Guru, Gobind Jio. There's one shabad. At the end of that same shabad, repeated in different ways, they will have this one pankti, and then it goes to Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. Satsang ji, so what do we get in the Amrit Sanchar? We are given a mantra we already knew. They said a Mool Mantra 5 bari. Now most people that start the Nitnem, they do Mool Mantra 5 times first anyway. Then they are given a mantra called Vaheguru that we've been telling them since they were a little child. Some people are saying Vaheguru when the baby's in the womb. Then when the baby is walking around, a little thing, we're saying Waheguru, Waheguru to the little child. And it gets older, and it says Waheguru growing up. Then how can the Panj Pyare say the same thing to that child? Why not give it something new? So I was thinking this is what Naam means. So this Sakhi is about Naam. So this Chela of that Mahapurush says, I knew this already. 1 year of seva, and you give me something I already knew. Eda ki fayda hoya. So the Mahapurush realized the Sikh needs to be taught a lesson, but sometimes you can't just tell the Sikh something, you got to show it with a raz, some kind of method. So what the Mahapurush says, he picks up a red jewel and gives it to this Sikh. He says, take this jewel, go to the market and see what you get for it. So that Sikh goes to the market with this jewel. On the way, he sees a lady who is sitting there doing atta work, she's doing a normal kar wale kam. She sees him walking with his jewel. She goes, "Eh kiya, what's that jewel? Show it to me." He shows her the jewel. He goes, "I'm going to the market to see what I can get for it." She goes, "You know, that would look very nice in my necklace. Look very nice." She goes, "Why don't you give it to me?" He goes, "What are you going to give me for it? What is the price you put?" We said that the naam, there's no price to it. Yeah, there's no price to that naam. And then this time, the Sikh is going with his jewel, and the lady says to him, "I'll tell you what I'll give you for it. I'll give you one handful of atta." The Sikh goes, "All right, that's one price. Let me go see what I can get for the rest of it." So he goes on to the market. He comes out to a bania. Bania means a businessman, but also somebody who does money lending as well. And then he says, "What will you give me for this jewel?" He says, "I'll give you 1 rupee." Achha. He goes to another one, and that one goes, "I'll give you 100 rupees. Now what happens? He said, "Wow, price has increased." He finally goes to a house where they actually sell jewelry. He goes up to a jeweler. He says to the jeweler, "What will you give me for this jewel?" And that guy goes, "Wow, what an amazing jewel." He goes, "I can't even give you the price of this jewel." He goes, "I'll give you 100 rupees for letting me see this jewel. Nazar karne vaste, just for darshan of this jewel, I'll give you a price, I'll give you 100 rupees for letting me see this jewel. I can't tell you the price of this jewel, it's priceless. There's no value to this thing." What is the price of naam? Now he goes back to the Pehla, the Mahapurush. He goes back. He said, "This is what happened to me today. The lady offered me some atta. The one banya gave me 1 rupee. Other one offered me 100. And then finally the other person said to me, it's priceless, and I'll give you 100 rupees just for looking at it." So the Mahapurush says, with naam, it's the same thing. When the mother, like that lady was a mother, when she is saying Waheguru, Waheguru to the child, Appa bhi kende na, to our children, say Waheguru, Waheguru to that child, they say the price you get for that is like 2 handful of atte. Yeah, this much atta is the price you get. This much flour is what you get in earning for that child to be whispered naam. So it's not that the child is getting nothing. When we saying Waheguru to our child, the child is hearing that simran, the child is getting something for it. Kuch faida ho raha hai. Then they say when that child gets older, they start working, they start doing the normal things, and then they start to say Waheguru themselves, they get 1 rupee worth of value themselves. They say, but when that child, or when it becomes older, and then it comes to a Saad Sangat, and then that Saad Sangat japs naam together with other people, it's like getting 100 rupees. But they said that, but when that child, when that Sikh gets older, and then goes up to a Guru, and then goes up to the Guru and says, "Give me naam," and when the Guru gives them that naam, then every time they say that same mantra, Waheguru, 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 it becomes priceless. Odi koi mul nahi. Yeah? This jevad avarna koi. There's nothing as high as that thing then. Because then they're getting the Guru's full bakshish because they're being given naam. Same thing, but with different prices, depending upon our level. Eda matlab eh hoya, that the best thing we can do, Satsangat ji, is come into Saad Sangat and jap naam there. Whether we're Amritari or not, the best thing we can do is to come into Saad Sangat and jap naam. But then the highest thing we can do is be Amritari and sit in the Sad Sangat and then jap naam as well. You can see the value of Sad Sangat. This Shabad by Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj will talk about the value of Sad Sangat. Sari Akho Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Here Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj is showing us how does this Shabad link to the previous Shabad. What was the previous Shabad? Akhan jeevan visre mar jao, akhan aukha sacha nao, sache naam ki lage pukh, ut pukhe khaye chali hai dukh, so kyon visre meri maaye, sacha sahib sache nae rahao, sache naam ki til vadiai, आँख थके कीमत नहीं पाई, जे सब मिलके आँख न पाहे, वडा ना होवे घाट ना जाए. No one can do the कीमत of this naam. There is no price to this naam. Maharaj is telling us, तुसी सोचते हो that the Panch Pyare are going to give you naam, you're going to say Vaheguru anyway. What's the difference? You can say Vaheguru without taking Amrit. Why do you need to take Amrit? But Maharaj is telling us, no, Gur mat naam mere pran sakhai. We don't understand the value of this naam when we get it through Gurmat. When we surrendered ourselves to our Guru, when we not got anything holding us back. We don't go to our Guru and say, Maharaj, I'll accept 5 of your things, but I won't accept the other 5. I accept 5, but I don't accept 5. There's no need for that rukavat. There's no need for this bargaining with the Guru. I'll take some, I won't take some. When the person comes and says, Maharaj, I will give everything and I don't want anything back. I will give everything. Just bless me with your naam. Bless me with the real gift you come with. Everybody's asking for something. No one's asking to get rid of the I. I want this, I want that. No one's saying, Maharaj, get rid of the I. Guru Angad Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj says in Shabazare, they say, Aap gawaiye, tahan soh paiye. Or, kaisi chaturai. Chaturai means cleverness. You know Punjabis, yeah? They love a good bargain. Yeah? You know that. They try to bargain everything. Maharaj says, or kaisi chaturai. You can't do bargaining anything else. The only way to get Vaheguru is aap gawaiye, ta soh paiye. Lose yourself, then get the husband load. Lose the aap, the whole man. This is the disease we suffer from, but we love this disease. Every time we come in front of Guru Sahib, our ardas starts with, I want this, I want that. Very rare does somebody say, Maharaj, get rid of my desires. Get rid of everything that is stopping me from falling in love with you. Get rid of everything that is stopping me from giving myself to you. Maharaj says, Gurmat naam Mera pran sakhai. Let your naam that you bless me with, the naam that you bless me with by your way. So I say, ithe back ke simran karna is our way. But when we get blessed by our Guru, we're given the mantra by the Panj Pyare, now we're going to do it their way. Because they've blessed it now. Until that time, the Sikh has got no ceremony they go through. Even koi bhi riti riwaj dekh lo, any system, there's always a ceremony to become one. Married couples are not married until they go through marriage. The Sikh is a Sikh, but the Sikh hasn't surrendered to their Guru. They might think they have, but they haven't until they've gone through the ceremony of Amrit. The ceremony is that formalization of that love. There's always a riwaj. And here, Maharaj says, Gurmat naam mera pran sakhai. Give me this. Let me join with you. Maharaj says, Amullo amul aakhya na jai. It's so priceless, I can't give you the price of that. Only the people that have taken naam from the Guru understand the value of it. Now Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj says to Bhai Jetha Ji, they say, come on. And people say, you should take a gift from the father-in-law on the day of your marriage. What do you want? And they say, Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. They say, you have a tradition, Maharaj, to give gifts. But my tradition, my own tradition, they go, I got a riti riwaj as well. I got a thing that I do. My tradition, what is my tradition? Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. Ithe Rehraas sa ek arth nikalda hai, Raho Riti. A way of being. A tradition. Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. Sikhan de kar vich, this is our tradition. If you look at Guru Ram Das Ji, we come from his family. What is the tradition of this family of Guru Ram Das Ji Maharaj? What is our tradition? Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. This is what our tradition should be, to praise God. In our families, in our culture, the tradition is to praise God. This is our tradition. Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. This is why Rehraas Sahib is a communist part. That this becomes our tradition, that we bring our kids up doing together Rehraas Sahib. Ki katthe aake karo. Maharaj Kirpa, every family could be in the evening in Gurdwara doing Rehraas Sahib together. In their family, kar andar tarimsal, in their family doing part together. And the kids understand, Rehraas Sahib, we praise God in the evening. We spent the day working, now we come back, and we're back on track. Yeah? We go off the track in the day. I always do it in the day, but then come back on track with Rehraas Sahib. Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. Another meaning of this Rehraas, there's many meanings. One meaning is, on this long journey we're going to go. Ras means your things you take for the journey, like your profit, your money, your provisions. On this long rasta, this raha, on this raha, we need some food to keep us going. What is that food? Har Kirat. The praises of God. Kirat means praise. Praise of God. This is what will sustain us upon this path. As you walk on this path, if you stop doing Simran, you stop doing Waheguru, Waheguru and praising Him, then you will lose out. You won't have the food to keep you going. You'll get de-energized, you get weak. But when you join yourself to Naam, Simran, you're loving it, then you will be full of Chardi Kala. And that will keep you going. Another meaning of this word Rehraas is, Ras means profit, like I said to you. But Raha, here means that will stay. Rahega. So when we leave this world, what are the things that are going to go with us? Well, all the money is not going to go with us. And the proof of that is, look at your will, it's all to do with your money. All the wills are to do with the things that you have in this world that you value right now and how to give it away. During the life, the person never wants to give anything away. They're going to keep it all to themselves. But when you sit down with your lawyer and write a will, then he says, what are you going to do with your money? And you go, I can't take it. You want to say, I want to keep it, but you can't. And you have to work out who to give it to. Your whole life you're being greedy enough to keep it to yourself, and now you're being forced to decide what will happen when you die. Then it hits home. None of this is really mine. Other people have got their eyes on it. They're going to ask me, what are you going to do with your money, Dad? What are you going to do with your house, Dad? What are you going to do with your car? What are you going to do with that thing you've got upstairs in this loft that you love so much? I'm going to put it on auction. So, none of this is ours. Pata lagdaya. Death reminds us what is ours, what is not ours. But what will go with us? What is the ras, the profit in this world that will rahega? Tode naal rahega? Rehraas, Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. This is what will go with us, the praise of God. When we do Kirat, praise of Waheguru, that will go with us. Akho Waheguru, Waheguru, We're all earning money now, 100 rupees for all non-Amritaris and millions for all Amritaris. Speak up. What are you waiting for? This is your chance to earn real money that will stay with you for the next life. What are you waiting for? Speak up. Vaheguru. 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 So Satsangi, this is the shabad. Up to here, in this shabad, this is what Bhai Jethaji said at that time to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj when it was their wedding day and they've been given the chance to ask for anything. They said, this is what I want, this will stay with me. This is really my own tradition. The tradition I want to start in my culture is this. In my life that I do Rehraas, that I do Har Kirat, and really this is the Prophet, this is the thing I need with me in my life to make me successful on this path. All of this is where Rehraas Sahib, the word comes from. It's inside Rehraas Sahib. Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas. Rehraas Sahib is all about Kirat. Then the rest of it, this rest of the Shabad, is actually what Guru Ram Das Ji writes when they become the Guru. And they finish off that Shabad now for the rest of us, so we can go into it. Har Kirat Hamri Rehraas Rahao. Pause here. So Sasri, again padhde hage. What does Maharaj say for the rest of the Shabad? Maharaj says, Har jan ke vad paag vadere, jin har har sarda har pyas. Maharaj says, the servants of Vaheguru, Har Jan. Jan means servant. The servants of Vaheguru, Har jan ke vad paag vadere. They are so lucky. No, they vad paag vadere. They have got fortune that is big, but it keeps on increasing. Vadere, jin, who? Who are these people? Jin har har sarda har pyas. They have faith in Vaheguru, they have faith in Vaheguru, and also they have pyas, har pyas. You can see yourself in your life, you can do like a check your pulse. Have I got faith or have I not faith? Because when something happens, something bad happens, people lose their faith. Somebody pointed out this week on online, they go, things like this I see in this world, they make you break your Sikhi, your faith in Sikhi. And somebody said, what do you mean to break your faith in Sikhi? What's wrong with Sikhi? Look at the Gurus. Look at how great the Gurus were. Look at the Shaheeds and what they did for this world. Look at Bhai Mani Singh. Look at Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. What would make you break your faith in this Sikhi? And the lady goes, no, my Sikhi. I wouldn't break my faith in Sikhi. Other people might. Don't think other people might. No one needs to break their faith in Sikhi. Sikhi is so great. We are the idiots, but Sikhi is great. Ham kire, kiram. We are those ants and those worms on the bottom on the floor. We are nothing. Maharaj says in it, when we said a Shabad at the beginning, we said, Ham avaguna pare ek guru nahi. No one is important. Guru is important. Attach yourself to the Guru. Gur meri puja, Gur Gobind, Gur mera par brahm, Gur Bhagavant, Gur mera deo, alak apayo, sarab puj charan gur seyo. Everybody should worship the feet of the Guru. Gur bin avar nahi main thao, andin japo Guru Gur now. I say, I got nowhere but the Guru. Nowhere in this world but the Guru. I sit at the Guru's feet and I'm happiest there. An din japo Guru Gurnaam. Every day jap my Guru's name. Nothing should break your faith in Sikhi. Your parents, your family, famous people, it don't matter. Your Guru is your Guru. Nothing matters. Has Guru Ramdas vada na hove, kaat na jaye. He is not increased or decreased by what's happened in the whole world. He is still as great as he always was, beyond price. So, Maharaj says, Jin har har sarda. Those that have the faith on Vaheguru, they are lucky. Those that have the pyas for Vaheguru, they are lucky. Nothing should change your pyas for Vaheguru. Har darsan ko mera man bahut tapta hai, jo trikhavant bin neer. Tusi socho, like a thirsty person looks for pani. You imagine, you saw somebody drinking a lot of water, and you wanted some water as well. Your lips start licking themselves. I want some pani as well. Then that person leaves that place. You don't care. You're still thirsty. What do you care what's happening in the rest of the world? If you're thirsty, go and fill your thirst. Guru Sahib is here to give pani to all of us. So, here Maharaj says, those are fortunate. They are lucky who have their faith in Guru and who have their pyas for Guru. Faith in God and a thirst for God. That's what we need, nothing else. We don't need anybody else. We need those two things. Then Maharaj says, Har har naam mile tripta seh, mile sangat gun pargas. They go, those people, what will happen to them? Har har naam mile. They will get the naam of Vaheguru. Those that come with this thirst, they will get the naam of Vaheguru. Those two things guarantee you getting naam. Faith and pyas. Faith and no pyas don't help. Pyas but no faith don't help. Together. Yeah? On a boat, you need two oars. When we get there, we'll get these two things. Har har naam mile. They get this naam. Why is it har har? Why is it twice? Repetition, Sasangaji. Akho Vaheguru. 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 We should repeat naam. Uchro Ram naam lakh bari. Maharaj says, say naam lakh bari. Bar bar ko. Don't listen to people that criticize repetition of naam. Say to them, tu na kar, main jarur karna. I'm not saying you should do it. Maharaj says, har naam mile tripta se. Your thirst will go when you chant naam again and again until you get the naam. When you make the Guru happy. Har naam mile tripta se mil sangat gun pargas. And when you meet with the sangat, then your guna, your qualities. What are the guns that we need? We need the guns of sat, santok, daya, taram, khima. Forgiveness, truth, contentment. These things are what we need. We need to get rid of kam, krodh, lobh, moh, ahankar, anger, lust, pride. Get rid of these things. And how do we get those things? When we meet the sad sangat. You can't do it by yourself. We're all going to fail. When we move together, sangati, when we move together, help each other out. Someone could fall. The best sangat you get can be in your house. With your wife and your husband. This is why Gristi Jeevan is so important. Those people that think banjayega banda appe is very hard. Virla koi Mahapurukh in Sikhi Gurmat Naam is to join in Gristi Jeevan. Because you know what? You're going to think you're something and your wife's going to bring you down to size. You're going to think about people out here praise you and I go home and like sort the dishes out, sort the hoover out. This ain't done. I got a list of things where I have failed in my house. And you realize I have failed. You just think, Uttar chhado, karda kam dekho, you're no one. Back to cleaning the floors. So this is good. Gristi Jeevan and Kirt Kamai is good. It brings you back down to earth. Asi badani banna. Maharaj says, Rakh Garibi Ves. Keep a poor outlook. Keep yourself as low. You know Pai Jeevan Singh Ji? I was in Canada and they were doing Katha of Pai Jeevan Singh Ji. Beautiful Katha Penji was doing. And Sasangi Socho over there, they say whenever you met Pai Jeevan Singh Ji and they said anything to him, nice to him, they go, Main to pakhandi haan. They would always say, I'm a pakhandi. What do you know about me? Main to pakhandi haan. When they used to phone people, they used to say, I kiss your feet. They said, I kiss your feet, and they would go mwah, 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 mwah on the phone. That's what they were like. So humble. We should never build ourselves up. All these people building themselves up, pictures up with bana and stuff like this. This ain't helpful to nobody. Not just the Katha Vachiks. I'm talking about the person on the street that dresses up with their kisane shingar and their big kirpan. They couldn't even swing that kirpan out in a proper way. But they got photos with it. Don't build yourself up, pull yourself down. Otherwise he will pull you down for you. ठीक है ना? Pull yourself down yourself. So Maharaj says, Har har naam mile tere pita se mil sangat gun pargas. The guns that we want, they come in the sangat. Don't stay away from the sangat, stay in the sangat. And your guns will come out. Because we are all good, we're not bad, but the guns, they need help to come out. And that's what Sahad Sangat is all about. If you're not helping someone to bring out their guns, then you're not being good Sangat to them. And they're not being good Sangat to you. Your Sangat should not be saying yes, yes, yes to everything you say. They should push you back and teach you to bring you down. And families are good for that reason as well. Work colleagues are good for that reason as well. Mara says, next pankti, they say they shine, gun pragas means they shine through. If they get in the Sangat, move together in the Sahad Sangat. Then they say, Jin har ras naam na paya, te paghin jam paas. Now Sahad Sangat ji, you get the stick. You know there's a carrot, there's always carrot. But there's always a stick. In life, there's good. Have a carrot and have a stick. Something good to aim for and a little bit of fear if we don't get it. And here Maharaj says, Jin har ras naam na paya. 3 times they say har. Why is it? Repetition. Uchro ram naam lakhbari. Maharaj says, if you don't, Jin har ras. Ras is the juice, the flavor, the taste. It's okay to look at a sugar cane. You know, you lot here, sometimes I do pity the people that grew up in this country. Because I grew up in India for the first 11 years. And you know there, the trucks would drive past our house. The big trucks. And we were only little, so it's not called stealing really. But the trucks are driving past. And you would run up with the trucks. And you would grab hold of the ganna. Grab one big stick of sugar cane. Hold on to it. And it would slide out from that big truck. And it would be massive. It would be like from here to up to that pillar. This big. You get a sugarcane stick coming out. You hold on to it, it would come out of the truck. And then all the kids together would sit there, break it into pieces, because it's in pieces anyway. And they will sit there, chewing the ganna. And what happens is, you got to do a lot of work for the ganna. First, you got to go and find it from the truck, run along and grab it. Then you got to break it into pieces with your knees, because it's so hard. Then you got to take your teeth, and you got to bite the strips off with your teeth. And your lips get ripped up. And finally, you got to chew this thing. Chew it again and again and again, and you can't eat that stuff, you got to spit it out. But from there, you get the ras. That ganna is so tasty. Yeah? Mara is saying that is what we need. The ras. Jin har ras. Those that don't get this ras of that repetition of naam. If you come in the first time, you say, Oh Waheguru, kuch nahi hoya. That doesn't mean, that just means you're trying to grab hold of that stick on the truck and you haven't succeeded yet. Keep on going. Finally, one day you will get the thing in your mouth, you chew it and you get the juice out of it. Onu karna penda hai. Maharaj says 3 times here. Jin har ras naam na paya. This har ras is naam. This is what naam is, when the experience of God. Tahim, you always translate this word naam as the experience of God, because until that time when you say Waheguru and you feel Waheguru, we haven't got ras of naam. Jin har ras naam na paya. What happens? Te paghin jam paas. Heen means to be without something. Maharaj even says, Gur mantar heenas je prani. The person who hasn't got Gur mantar, the pankti is quite hard to say. I normally mess it up, so I'm not going to try. They say that person like a dog or a pig or a snake that hasn't got the Gur mantar. Ithe Gur mantar da arth milya hai that the person who's been given a Gur mantar by the Guru when they took naam. Obviously, you know the Guru Mantar. But when the Panch Pyare bless it with you, then you get the blessing. But if you don't get it, Maharaj is saying here, then those people, they paghin. They've got no luck. They weren't lucky, they were without the naam. Without the luck of this, they paghin jam paas. They end up at the doors of death. Why do they end up at the doors of death? Because they have to come back. They've got no guarantee of mukti. Virla kei ke, very few people of that person who are going to get through this way of not getting mantar from the Guru and getting mukti. Maharaj said, Nanak naam bina ko mukta na hui. You can't get there. The only way to get there is to get blessing from the Guru. Gur prasadi naam. We have to get the Guru's grace. And here, Maharaj is saying, those that don't experience a naam from the Guru's grace, that don't experience the value of jumping Naam, the joy of Naam, they paghin jump pass. They're without luck and they will go to Jamdoots. That means they will have to be reborn. They can't get mukti. Amrit is definitely a guarantee of mukti. If you stick to the rules of Amrit, if you uphold Amrit, Guru Maharaj says you will get mukti. Doesn't have to be a Mahapurukh to get mukti. Anybody who takes Amrit and lives up to the rules of Amrit, they will get it. Because Guru Maharaj has given that bachan to the Khalsa. If you live up to this way, I will then protect you when the time comes for you to leave this earth. So Maharaj says that if we don't get, now this is the stick. The stick is this. If we don't experience Naam while we're alive, then our life has been wasted. If we don't, our life has been wasted because we got the human life and we swapped it for nothing worthwhile. The only thing that will go with us is a Naam. So, Maharaj says, Jo Satgur Saran Sangat Nahi Aaye, Trig Jeeva Trig Jeevas. They said those people that don't come to the Saran Sangat of the Guru. Which Guru? Of Satguru. Not just any Guru. We got extra time, so I want to go into this a little bit. Don't people realize when you look at our Gurus, they're Sikh again. Sometimes they don't realize because they've not been taught. But how should we teach Sikhi? When we look at our youth today, how should we teach them Sikhi? Imagine the idea that in this world right now, there are people who are Sikhs. They know the history of the Guru, but they don't realize how unique their Guru is. In the whole, if you look at it from the outside, as an independent person, when you look at the Gurus, sir chukda hai. The head drops down. Who are these people? Who are these people that came upon this earth? They're revolutionary. What did they create? They create a completely different system to what's been seen before. People try to put Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj into Santamat. They say he is in the Santamat tradition. But show me a Sant that set up cities. Show me a Sant that picked up Kirpana. Show me a Sant that went to jail protesting against Babur and called him Jabbar to his face. Show me a Sant that sang Kirtan and said to people, live in this world and sing Kirtan. Sang in Rag. Look at the Gurus and what they created. Langar is not something that no one ever created. Such a simple thing, free food. Is it complicated? It's free food, bruv. They cook it for you, they give it to you for free. People like, that is simple. But it's revolution. No one ever created something even as simple as Langar and as amazing as Langar in this whole history of mankind. We've been around for 100,000 years. Not one person thought of Langar. And everybody still has Langar. Every Gurdwara still has Langar. It's amazing. How does this happen? If you look at the Gurus in their history, you would become a Sikh just from one Guru's actions. Listen to Bani of Guru Ramdas Ji, you want to become a Sikh. Look at the Shahidi of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, you want to become a Sikh. Look at Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi, you want to become a Sikh. Look at Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Sarbans Dani giving up their 4 sons, you want to become a Sikh. Listen to Bani of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, you want to become a Sikh. For me, Chaupai Sahib has got me, it made me into want to take Amrit straight away. The Bani of the Gurus, and we've got 10 of them. Look at Guru Har Ke Jan Sahib Ji Maharaj. Look at all, and what do the Gurus do? How amazing are they? And upon all of that, they also bring Naam, the highest connection to Waheguru. Then they also put Guru Granth Sahib Ji together. And look at Guru Granth Sahib, that's enough to make you want to be a Sikh. That it doesn't discriminate. It brings in people from all traditions. People say religion causes war. Guru Granth Sahib Ji can't cause a war. Guru Granth Sahib Ji brings everybody together. Jagat Guru. The solution to the world is here right now. After all of this and 10 of them together, Satsang Ji, in one family they came. Apna Parvar dekh lo, people can't get along in their own families. How could they make these amazing people appear in 6 generations just from one Guru, from Guru Ramdas Sodhi Sultan? All of this, and people still think Sikh is just another religion. They don't understand. Satguru. Satguru means Akal Purakh came into this world. Somebody asked me today, the Muslim said to her, she's from Wolverhampton, they say, how come your religion came so late? What, Islam came earlier, your religion came later. And I said, you know what happened, yeah? This is the history of what actually happened. Guru Gobind Singh writes about this. Effectively, it's like this. Other people came around, became somebody enlightened from their own efforts. They tried to set up the perfect way, but they didn't work perfectly. They did good. Muhammad Sahib done good. Talked about, look in their Bani, they said a lot of true things. in the Quran. But they couldn't make the perfect system. All the Veda, they all start talking about the same thing, but they couldn't make it perfect. Then finally, people had tried, avatars had tried, but now God came in. Now Akal Purukh came themselves to show the world, this is what you can do, but now this is what God can do. Sikhi is made by God direct. If you look at the Gurus and what they achieved, it's just sir chukda. Aur kuch nahi keh sakte. We can't do any more sif salah of it. All we understand is that Sikhi is unique. There's nothing else like out there. So what Guru Maharaj is saying, if you don't come to the sharan of this Guru, jo Satguru saran sangat nahi aaye, those that didn't hold on to the Guru's feet, say Maharaj rakh lo. Ab hum saran Prabhu ki aayi, raak Prabhu pave maar. Jab hum saran Prabhu ki aayi. When I come to the sharan of God, kill me or keep, but doesn't matter, just keep me here. Even if I have to die, keep me here. Maharaj says, Jo Satguru saran sangat nahi aaye. Those that don't come into the saran sangat, what happens to them? Trig jive, trig jivas. Trig means cursed, useless, horrible. Trig jive. Trig is their life. Their whole life is useless. Trig jivas. Cursed is even their desire to live. You know when you see somebody living in a miserable life, you know like somebody, like for not to say bad, but like people that come into this trafficking, people that are living in a trafficked way. It's horrible. Singha da kam hai unhone bachana, by the way. Don't think that we should say, oh, it's horrible. It's our job to save the trafficked people in this world. But imagine a person in trafficking, having a horrible life, and you think, I would rather kill myself than have that life. But even the people who are living in that, they still have an ask. They have a desire, I can get out of this world, I can live. They should have that ask. But the people that don't come to Sat Sangat, Maharaj says, even their desire to live is trig, is cursed. What's the point of them having a desire to live? Karna ki hai je naam nahi japna. Karna ki je sangat nahi aana. What is the point of your life? How harsh can Guru Maharaj get? Where's sabak here? Guru Sahib has to speak the truth. We can't just sit here and be all sweetie toffee, like, oh yes, sugarcoat it all. Maharaj speaks the truth when it needs to be truth, when it needs to be told. Sach ki bani nanak aakhe, sach sunaisi, sach ki bela. Bela means here time. This is a time for truth. Even in our panth, we're not very good at getting the truth out. We fail. Sikhi is all about sach da marg. We should get the truth out ASAP. So no one is sitting there arguing about this, that and the other. Clarification should be, and we should not lie. One thing I want to repeat here, as a Sikh, do not lie. If something has happened, tell the truth. Don't sit there doing gappa and lying, just tell the truth. So Maharaj says, Jo Satguru Saran Sangat Nahi Aaye, Trig Jive, Trig Jivas, even their life of the desire to live is cursed. Then Maharaj finishes off with this. They go, again, back to the carrot. Because you know Guru Sahib, they'd give you the stick for a bit, just so we understand. Why did they give the stick? Asadiwal Maharaj says, they say, Nanak Jiniman Pau, Tinaman Pau. Just one, it's just a Kanna difference. Nanak Jiniman Pau. Pau means fear. Nirpau means without fear. They say Nanak Jiniman Pau. Those that have fear, Tinaman Pau. Pau means love. Yeah, love. So here we have love and where we have fear. Maharaj says, you know what? Those that have fear, they have love. Those that have no fear, they have no love. If we're not scared of the Guru, na, we have no fear. That means there's no love there really. There's no respect. Loki darde nahi. Jhoot bolne darde nahi. They just say it. People don't care about lying. They just lie. You think, are you scared of God? Are you really scared of God? It doesn't look like to me. And if you're not scared of God, then you don't really love God. That's what this means. So people say nowadays we shouldn't get scared. We shouldn't have fear. Maharaj is saying no. We should have fear for our Guru. Fear of breaking the red. Fear of letting our Guru down. Fear of Guru Sahib ki mukh phailin. The biggest fear a Sikh should have is my Guru turns away from me because I have upset my Guru. I've taken my Guru, his bachan, he's given me something so big and then I didn't even listen to him. Maharaj says, if you turn away from me, then if you turn away from my hukams, you turn away from me as well. Same thing. So Maharaj says, now they go back to the carrot. Because now they have to show us that we have to have a bit of fear, but then we have to go back to what they're really here to give us. Maharaj says, Jin Har Jan Satguru Sangat Pai, tin tur mastak likhya likhas. They said those people, Jin Har Jan, those people, those servants of God, Satgur Sangat Pai. Asla Sa Sangat ji, Asi o hegine, Sadi gal ho rahi hai. Those people that are blessed enough to come into the Guru Sangat, Jin Har Jan Satguru Sangat Pai. Those that find the Guru first, the Satguru, and then fall into his Sangat, Maharaj says, Tin tur mastak likhya likhas. This is because their previous destiny. What this means is, those that find Sangat, don't go around doing this. I'm so good and you lot are so bad outside. They're teaching us, this is because of your previous karam. Not your previous karam in your last life, but what was written on your matha. The Akal Purakh himself written it into your destiny that today you'd be in Saz Sangat listening to the praises of Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, Satguru of this world. This is our blessings. When people come and say to me, Paji, one day I'll take Amrit when I get lucky enough, when I get blessed enough. Maharaj is saying, you come in the Saz Sangat, you are blessed. You are the one who's blessed who's sitting in Sangat. Who else are you waiting for to get blessed? Tusi baithe gyo, tusi kar lo. This is the way the Sikh always says, sometimes something should be done. Somebody should do it. Look around. So which is that someone? No. If something needs to be done and someone should do it yourself. Tusi karke dikhao. A Sikh doesn't look always to other people to do it. We make people into idols. Hero worship kalo. We always want to build people up straight away. And our Sikhi seems to depend upon these people. It shouldn't. Our Sikhi should be a personal thing. Our focus should be, what am I doing in my life? Not what anybody else doing in their life. What am I doing with my Sikhi? Look inside. So Maharaj says, those people that are blessed, they really have been blessed from the very beginning. Tur. Tur means from the very beginning of time. Tur mastak likhya likhas. That was written upon their mastak, upon their destiny from the very beginning. So don't get ahankar. Don't think I am so good. Think, Vaheguruji, you blessed me with this kirpa, and therefore I should not be ahankari. If somebody is not doing good, if somebody is doing bad stuff, don't start pointing fingers at them and saying, you are mada. Wherever we are in this world is because of Akal Purakh's own kirpa upon us. And the last pankti, we finish a little bit after, Maharaj says, Tan tan sat sangat jit har ras paya mil jan nanak naam pargas. They say, blessed, blessed is a sat sangat. Sat sangat, this word, we're so blessed in Bani, we can use Bani to explain Bani. What is sat sangat? Maharaj is saying in Bani, sat sangat kaisi jani hai? So what is sat sangat really like? Jithe eko naam vakhani hai. Where the name is being talked about. Of the one. Eko naam. Not two people, not two deities, just the one Akal Purakh Vaheguru. The name of Akal Purakh is being japt there. That is a sat sangat. Akho Vaheguru. 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 This is satsangat now. This is what Maharaj is saying. This is satsangat now that we're japping Naam together. Maharaj says, Tan tan satsangat. This is the kind of place that can change life. Not just this place. Wherever Naam is being japped. Look at the people that have come into Sikhi. Very few people came into Sikhi, took Amrit because they had darshan of Guru Gobind Singh Ji in today's world. Most of them got into Sikhi because they had darshan of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's children. They saw the Gursikhs. And from that, they got into Sikhi. So, Satsangat is that people that are listening to Guru and following the Guru. Not just one person, but a whole bunch of them together. This, what we have here, this is what we need to recreate in every Gurdwara. All the time. People coming together to jap naam. This is why people aren't into Sikhi. Because Satsangat is not being created. Because on Sundays you go to Gurdwara and it's a ritual thing going on. No one's really following Sikhi, no one's really japping naam. People are sitting there susti karke and no one's saying, wake up, wait, sit up straight and jap naam. That's what should be happening. And then when the people that create that, the same thing changes. People are the same, but everything changes. Why? Because we need to bring in the Sikhi back into our Gurdwara. Maharaj says, Tan is Sat Sangat. Why? Jita Har Ras Paya. You're looking for the Har Ras, the flavor of God? Come to the Sat Sangat. Come to the Sat Sangat. Don't just think of the Sundays when it's peak days. Go and find the people that jap naam. Come here at 4 in the morning. It's packed. There's more than this many people right here. There's more than that many people here at 4 a.m. You think it's packed? That's not packed. 4 a.m. is packed here. 5 o'clock is empty again. It's like, what happened there? 4 a.m. is packed. 5 a.m. They come for the naam. They come for the Sat Sangat. That 1 hour is Sat Sangat. People are together japping naam. So, Tan Sat Sangat. Jit Har Ras Paya. Through this way, we get the Har Ras. When we get it, Mil Jan Nanak Naam Pargas. When we get the Har Ras, then that naam is illumined inside us. Satsangji, think of if like a candle which is trying to burn in the wind. It's very hard for it to burn in the wind. It's getting flickering this way, flickering that way. As soon as you put your hands around that candle, it starts to burn. Inside us, there's a little light of Waheguru. But now, worse than that, the little flame has got pani falling on it from the air as well. So you put another hand on top around it. You put something around it that protects it from all of this. Take it inside. Suddenly it burns. It dries out and it burns. Sade vich bhi wo jyot hai. Sab mein hai jyot, jyot hai soe. Tis de chanan, sab mein chanan hoye. But how do we get it to work? Gur sakhi, jyot paragat hoye. Jyot is pavai, so arti hoye. Arti means worship. What makes him happy is what is worship. Not what makes us happy. We come to Gurdwara, put 10 pounds down, our names come in the ardas, we get happy. That doesn't mean he got happy. We got happy, our name got in the ardas, doesn't mean worship happened. Jo tis pavai, so arti hoy. What makes him happy, that is real worship. What makes him happy? Naam tero arti. Majn murare, har ke naam bin jhoothe, sagal pasare. Without Waheguru's name, everything is wasted. What he wants from us is love, sharda and naam japna. This is what Waheguru wants from us. He doesn't want much from us. It's free. We ain't got to give him nothing that costs money. He wants Gobind Pao Pagadda Pukha. That's what he wants. Our love and our Pagti. Love and Pagti. Put them together and you will make Guru Sahib happy. And those people that do that, Maharaj says, they will form a Sat Sangat. Other people will join them. And then naam will become pargas. What's inside will start to come out. If we put the simran in, we put the part in, we put in the katha, we put in the sharda, we put in the Sat Sangat, then from inside us will come out that khushbu of naam. This is what we're waiting for. Maharaj Kirpa Kare, all of us, not just some of us, but all of us can work together towards this goal of the Guru. Ki saare nu naam mile. If the Sikhs don't do it, who else will? Tusi soch lo. I was talking to some students this week in Warwick. Bright kids from Warwick. I said, look at this world. There's 7 billion people in this world, right? 7 billion. Now, I used to say 6, but I realized there's 7. 7 billion people. Out of those, only 30 million they say are Sikhs. Some people say 23 million. But anyway, let's make it 30. Be optimistic. Or from that one, from 30 million, they said, what percentage of Sikhs actually know what Sikhi is? And they said maybe 10% if we're lucky know what Sikhi is. That means in this world, between 1 million to 3 million people know what Sikhi is. And there's 7 billion people in this world. 7,000 million people alive. Only 1 million to 3 million know what Sikhi is. The talk was called The Undiscovered Way. Sikhi, the undiscovered way. It is undiscovered. If only that many people know about Sikhi, that means undiscovered yet. No one knows about Sikhi. Today a Hindu messaged me, right? He said, I can't believe this religion. He goes, you've taught me so much about Sikhi. I wish that Hindus brought back the old tradition of making every a firstborn son into a Singh as well. There should be more Singhs. The Hindu is saying there should be more Sikhs. The atheists say there should be more Sikhs. Everybody says there should be more Sikhs. But what are the Sikhs doing about it? If everybody's cheering you on and you're just sitting there, what does that mean? That's what we're doing. The whole world is cheering us on and we ain't getting up and running. Everybody loves us, but we don't love ourselves enough to grow it. We should. Sikhi is amazing. The world deserves to know about Sikhi. 7 billion people and only 3 million people know is not enough. Let's teach that 30 million and let's grow that 30 million to 300 million. That should be the aim of our panth. Let's grow. So if we make the satsangat, Guru Sahib is telling us, if we make the satsangat, people will get the naam and then Sikhi will grow. The only way to make it grow is to recreate sangat wherever we go. So Maharaj Kirpa Kare, all of us get blessed to come into satsangat, to realize the value of satsangat and to start jumping naam, and then after that spread it to other people. Create sangat with other people. And jithe bhi sangat hegi hai, we should be blessed enough to sit down and jump naam together. Akho Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Gurmat Naam is our aim. Starting with this, 100 rupees is good. At home by yourself, 1 rupee is good as well. Because then, during the week we've earned little more rupees all the time. Then you get 100 here. But the ideal, the priceless, is to become a Guru wala. Give our head to our Guru. Man beche Sadgur ke paas. Tis sevak ke karj ras. Ras means profit. Rehraas. The work that we do when we jap naam as an Amritari, the blessing of that is so much. So look forward to that. Everybody should be looking forward to that. Not saying, oh man, what a pressure, what's the point? Look forward to making even more money as we go down to a Sikhi. So Pullan Choke Dikhayan Bakhan ji, aao, Gaj Gaj Fateh Aakho ji, Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh.